Hello and welcome to the show. Listen, Will Packer is unapologetically arrogant and boasts a remarkable track record of box office hits, including Stomp the Yard, Think Like a Man, Obsessed, Ride Along, and of course, Girls Trip. And with a big, confident smile, this brother will tell you the key to producing your own blockbuster life is mastering the art of healthy arrogance and dreaming big. It is an honor to welcome to the show the one and only Will Packer.
What's happening?
FAMU's finest.
Absolute. Portia, thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed.
Now,
man.
I gotta
it's good
just
to have
say,
you
said Will Packer is arrogant. Some people might agree with you, but you gotta say healthy arrogance.
And that's
not to be confused with toxic arrogance.
Right.
That will get you nowhere. But healthy arrogance will open every door that you want.
That was why
Absolutely.
I wanted to lean into that, because I think people get the sense of, well, I'm so this and I'm so that, and that's not what you're doing.
No.
You're saying it was the healthy arrogance that really pushed you forward in the face of what you called fortuitous no's.
Yeah, that's supreme confidence.
Yeah.
You know, I've been very blessed to work with some of the most amazing people in the world, some of the most successful people, some of the most famous people, some of the most toxic and insecure people as well. What I have seen, though, is that the most successful people have that healthy arrogance. They've got a supreme confidence that they are going to be successful. They don't question if they're going to be successful. It's just a matter of when. And anybody can unlock that.
Yeah.
This book is about letting people know you deserve success. And as soon as you know and acknowledge and start training your brain to think about the way you deserve success, doors are going to unlock for you that you don't even realize.
Absolutely. You talk about, in so many funny and interesting ways in this book, this concept that a disaster isn't failure. The no's just mean not yet.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
And the repeated no's that you got from one Beyoncé.
Yes, absolutely.
Over Obsessed. Let's talk about the lessons learned for how many times it took to get a yes on Obsessed.
So Obsessed was the movie that I did with her and Idris Elba and Ali Larter. I really, really wanted Beyonce in this movie. In fact, the studio said, we're only going to finance this movie if you get Beyonce.
Right.
I said, oh my gosh, I got to get one of the biggest stars in the world. I went to her. She very graciously said, Will, I appreciate you coming to me. I'm not doing your movie. Yeah. And she was very definitive in that. She was gracious enough, though, to tell me why she wouldn't do the movie. And that really is the key. Oftentimes, we get told no, we want to just crawl into a ball and die.
Right.
Or we say, you know what, forget them. They're just hating. I'm not going to pay attention to the no.
But her why turned into you going back and changing the script.
And it helped me make the movie better.
Yeah.
Now, you got to be persistent, because I came back, made changes to the whole project, brought it to her, and she said no again. Yeah. She said no 5 times. But I kept going back and saying, what's holding you back? What are the things that are stopping you? And it was everything, script, the schedule, the elements, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Going back again and again actually helped to make my project better. On the 6th time, she said yes. And you only need one yes. But even if you're told no, your Beyonce may not ever say yes, but if it makes your project or your endeavor or whatever you're chasing, if it's better because of the input that you're getting from other people, then it's a fortuitous no, not just a no. You're better because you got that no, but you got to know how to use it.
You got turned down when you were pitching I'll let you tell the story, but there was a no in pitching one of a project that turned into an amazing yes. Yes. But you had to take a different route to get there.
Absolutely.
Talk about the lessons from taking a different route to get your yes.
I call that the power of the pivot, right? That is power that we each have the opportunity to grab, okay? There's a difference between quitting and giving up. You never give up, but it's okay to quit. The most successful people will quit because they stop doing things the same way. Yeah. So quitting is just changing the methodology. The movie you're talking about is Stomp the Yard.
Yes, indeed.
Everybody in Hollywood told me no on Stomp the Yard. We're not making that movie. We're not interested in it. Yeah. But I was able to adjust the way that I was pitching that movie. And I actually pitched it as a sequel to a dance movie that was already out there called You Got Served. Right. And then I was able, once I got the green light, once I got my foot in the door, because sometimes you just need your foot in the door, then I was able to turn that into a movie that I wanted to make about black college life, about black fraternities and sororities and the whole nine.
And I love how the folks who initially told you no then came back and were like, well, why did you make that movie with us?
It's something funny about success. Yeah. People want to be around around other successful people.
Yeah.
Nobody was interested in being around me or making my movie before I got it made. When it opened #1 at the box office and stayed there, I might add, for 2 weeks, everybody in Hollywood started calling me, and then they said, come over here and make a movie with us. These were all people that had told me no before. That's what success does, right? So even if you're getting told no, that's okay. Don't let it get you down, because once you get successful, they're all going to come back. But you got to make sure that you have the right mentality.
Right. And you also have to make sure you've got the right team.
No question.
You have spoken at length about the impact of your success being tied to one, in many situations, tied to one Shayla Cowan.
Yes, absolutely. Shayla is my right hand. She has been with me for years.
Yeah.
She started off as an executive assistant. And she was somebody that started off, she actually was an assistant on that movie Stomp the Yard, then became my executive assistant. She has worked her way in my company all the way up till she runs a division of my company. She is an incredible force of nature. The thing about that is that you have to know you're only as strong as the people around you. You're only as strong as the circle around you. The people around you are doing one of two things. They're either augmenting your energy or they're draining your energy. One or the other, right? And so you got to take a close look, because the ones closest to you, you give them access that other people don't have. So you got to make sure you've got people around you who are pushing you towards your goal. If they're not, you got to make a change.
At every level, too.
That is correct.
From the executive assistant all the way to the executive next to you.
No question. You don't have to be a big CEO to be very attentive to the people around you, because you're only as strong as your team.
That's it. That's it. All right. This good start to a great conversation. Up next, Will opens up about the love of his life and explains how a fun boat ride turned into a trip down the aisle. Keep it right here. More with Will Packer coming up after the break. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.